Right, so we're going to start standing up as usual with our feet hip width. So heels underneath your hip bones and feet pointing forward first of all. So your feet are parallel. And then let's just give our shoulders a roll. Large shoulder rolls, so try to take them really far forward, really far up. Squeeze your shoulder blades together behind you and then draw your shoulder blades down into your back pockets and then go round again. Okay, one more roll and we're going to let our shoulder blades slip down our back. Imagine you're sliding them into back pockets of your jeans and then bring your hands to your hips. We're going to bring your heels together, so your feet are splayed, and then bring your toes together, so your feet are together. Then take your heels out, then take your toes out. Oh, I'm going to get all tangled up with this. Heels in, heels out, toes out. So we're bringing our feet together by bringing our heels in first, and then we're taking them apart by taking our heels out first. You might find you're traveling, so this moves you forward. I'm traveling towards the camera here, you probably can't really tell. So we're doing a little leg walk. Then let's think about our legs being straight as we do this. And try to have equal weight on both feet. It's a really good workout for the feet. And feet to hip, you can feel that. I'm going to have to walk backwards because I'm actually getting towards the camera. So we're going heel, toe, heel, toe. Now let's stay with our heels together, toes splayed out. So some people call this Pilates feet. I hardly ever do these because people are very well trained in this position and we want to train up the other one. Let's take our hips back and drop our ribs down here. Take both arms up in the air, reach up to the ceiling without letting your pelvis come forward, and then go into a side bend. So people like it, and ballet people, particularly in gymnastics, because it activates your glutes and your inner thighs. But actually, I feel like it's in quite a kind of unreal, unfunctional way. Up and over to the other side. And then let's bring our arms up and bring your hands down to your hips. Toes in, heels out. Heels in, toes out. Heels in, toes together, heels out, toes apart. Okay, we're going to stay now with our feet the other way. So we're going to have our heels out and our toes in. So just bring your feet into pigeon toes and try and straighten your legs and back your hips up and drop your ribs down. Take your arms out to the side. Keep your legs straight here. Okay, we're going to twist round one way. Twist as far as you can, but keep your feet flat down. Turn to look behind you. So keep your hands reaching away from each other. I'm bending my elbows because the wall is in the way. Big breath here. And then twist right round the other way. Don't let your feet come off. So if you feel one of your heels lifting or the inside edge of one foot lifting, squish it down. Even if that means you twist less. So you're looking right round behind you. And then let's turn back. Hands back on your hips, heels in, heels out, toes out. I can really think about what I'm doing here. So we're back to heels going out, toes out, heels in, toes in. And we're going to stay in the V again. So heels together, toes out. Take your hands behind you. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Then just grab your fingers in the other way. So you're interlacing them the other way in your more of a unhabitual way. And then lift your arms up, reach your fists away from you, and then do a little roll down. So we're all only interested in taking your head down, so your head kind of level with your pelvis. Lift your arms right up. Make sure your shoulders are staying away from your ears. Both legs straight here. And then let's come up, hands back on your hips, toes together, heels out. We're going to go into pigeon toes. So heels are wide, toes together, hands in front of you. Let's interlace your fingers. If you go into just a one, most people do, re-interlace your fingers. So the other pointer fingers on top. Reach your fists away, drop your chin down and push your upper back to the wall behind you, trying to really arch your upper back. So a lot of us are too curved in our upper back. It's called kyphotic curve, and we have a hyperkyphotic curve, a lot of people. But actually, one of the ways to get out of that, having that hyperkyphosis, is actually to stretch it as it is. You want to move both ways. You want to go as far as you can into the kyphosis, and then also as far as you can into extension. So it's not like you don't want to go there if it's something that you've got too much of. You want to go there as well as the other way. So we're trying to really round our upper back here. And then let's just bring our hands down to our hips again and bring our feet to parallel. Good, hips back, ribs down, lift your shoulders, drop them, and then drop your head over to one shoulder. And then roll your chin onto your chest, head tips to the other shoulder. And again, chin down, roll your head, and we'll just go one way over back to the other head drop again. And then bring your head up. Okay, we're going to go into a balance. So hips are back, ribs are down still. We're going to push into one foot and lift a leg. So I overuse a lift of my right leg. So I overuse my left hip. So I'm going to put my right foot down and lift my left. I'm going to try and go onto my not favorite side. So that's why I've turned sideways. So you can't see what I'm doing. So you can feel your favorite side. So just think, lift a leg and then think, right, not that one, the one that automatically lifts. And we're just going to take our arms out in front of us. Don't let your hips wander forward here. So you should have your tripod of that foot down with your toes not gripping. We're going to lower the lifted leg and then pull it back up again. So I'll turn around again, but don't think you have to do this leg. So that foot's coming down and lifting. Both legs are staying straight. We're using the outer hip of your foot on the floor, that leg, to lift the other side. So this side of your pelvis is lifting up higher than the other. And your toes should be able to be on the floor without gripping. So if they want to lift, or if they want to go into hammer toes, like a really arch, like the tips of your toes are on the floor, but the rest of your toes are lifted, try and spread your toes out and have them on the floor so they're not, the ends aren't gripping in. The length of the toes have the floor, but you're not trying to grab the floor with your toes. Okay, let's stay with that leg lifted now. We're going to bend and straighten the leg. When you straighten it, there's room for it to be straight down on the floor. So you haven't started to drop that hip so the foot hits the floor. When your knee comes up, your arms are going to come up. You can do this holding onto a chair or a wall if you need to. What we really want to do is really work into that hip so that your standing hip stays over the heel. So as soon as that starts to flop out, then you've finished or you need to hold on to something. Okay, next time your knee is lifted, keep it up. We're going to bring your arms down, put your hands across your shin and do a little curl over. So again, if this is too wobbly, you're just holding on to something with the other hand, with one of your hands. Standing leg still is straight here. Now we're going to go into a single leg deadlift. So we're taking this lifted leg behind us. You're bending your standing leg. You can just bring your hands to your chest. And then we come back, straight leg, tuck, whoop, and then back, bent knee, other foot stretches behind you. So the toe can be on the floor if this is too difficult. Otherwise, we've got it lifted. Again, curl up, stretch back, curl up, whoop, stretch back. Okay, let's do 2 more. If you feel it in the hip, standing leg down to the calf, great. That's where you should feel it. Okay, we're going to stay in the deadlift position. Stretch your lifted leg behind you and put the foot on the floor. Then we're going to point and flex the heel behind you. So you come forward and backwards. I'll just move that towel so you can see my foot. So you're driving the heel back, and then you're going to a tiptoe of that back leg. Okay, we're going to stay with the heel pushing back behind you. So that leg trying to be straight. Hands are going to cross across your chest, each hand on opposite shoulders. And we're going to drop your ribs down and lift them up. So we just want to move your spine in this position. We're just moving it in the sagittal plane, forward and back. So ribs are dropping, ribs are lifting and pushing your arms up. Arms are pushing your ribs down. 1 more. Okay, and then let's stay with your ribs down. Hands go on your hips. Step your back foot forward a bit, just about halfway back. And then we're going to sit right back onto that back foot, straightening your front leg and bringing the front of your front foot up towards the ceiling, toes curling towards you. Come up, put that front foot down, foot flat, sit back, keep the toes on the floor. So now you're stretching the top of the foot as well as the back of the thigh. Come on up, sit back, dorsiflexing this front foot ankle. Come up, point toe down on the floor, sit back. Okay, we're going to do that 1 more each way. So you sit back in that ankle with the ankle bend, and then foot flat, sit back, you're going to a pointed foot. Makes a certain shape with the foot there. Okay, good. Let's step both feet in. So they're parallel again, hip width apart, hips are back, ribs are down, and then we're going to, this is probably your favorite hip now, we're pushing the other foot into the floor, so the other leg floats off the floor, the other foot floats off, and we're keeping them both straight. So now we're going to work into what is maybe your better hip. Not everyone has a better hip than the other, but a lot of people do. And it's just formed by habit, really. So then you just start to overuse a certain hip and maybe even stand sloppily on it. Turning your foot out is a switch off of the hip. We're always trying to conserve energy, and then often it just goes a bit wrong. Okay, let's stay with this hip lifted now. So lifted leg, hip is higher than the other, arms out in front. I forgot oh no, I didn't, we're doing it now. So now we're bending and straightening the leg while your arms go up with the knee up. And you keep pushing into the foot on the floor. Keep that hip in. Might feel easier than the other one to do. Mine certainly does. So that's why we're doing this 1 second. Then you work a lot harder on the first one. I tend to spend a little bit more time because we're doing much more talking. Okay, let's leave this knee lifted. Hands come forward, take hold of your shin. We're curling forwards with a straight leg. So it's tempting to bend that knee. Keep it straight because we're going into the bent leg afterwards. So there's a certain leg mechanics when the knee is unbent. Okay, then we're going to go into the deadlift. So you take the leg behind you. This is where your standing leg bends. Bring your hands to your chest. Come back. Straight leg, curling forward over that knee. So you can hold on to something, and you can also put the toe on the floor. But we're weighing into the front foot. So we keep going. The transition is where the work is, and in that holding until you're still. So don't rush the movement from one position to the other. And then you can also feel all the things that are, might be going a bit wrong. Toes of that foot spread out on the floor, not gripping, not lifted. Okay, let's do one more after this one. And then stay with this leg right behind you and put the ball of the foot on the floor. Hands come to your hips. We're going to point and flex that back foot. We're going into a tiptoe, pushing our heel back. Tiptoe, heel pushes back. And again. Okay, stay with the heel driving back behind you. Hands come across your chest, hands on opposite shoulder. We're dropping our ribs, lifting. Okay, let's stay with our ribs down. Let's step that back foot in, hands back on your hips. We're going to sit flat, back foot's going to go flat, and we're going to sit back, straightening your front leg, pulling the toes towards you. And come up, foot stays flat, sit back, toes on the floor. And up, sit back, bringing the front of the foot up towards you. Foot flat. Okay, let's do one more of each. Okay, and then let's come on up, step that foot in, take your hands behind you, interlace your fingers, try and do the interlace that isn't a regular one. Lift your arms up, nod your chin, and let's roll all the way down into a forward fold. Lift your hands up, you're trying to get your hands right over your head and up towards the ceiling. So you're reaching your fists away and also trying to drop your arms over your head. Let's drop your arms down to the floor. Sway from foot to foot. And then let your fingertips find the floor and lift your heels right up. And we're going to go into an all fours position. And then step one foot forward. So I'm going to do my right foot, step it forward so it's on the outside of your right hand. And then step it more out to the right. So we want that right foot well forward and well out to the right. So we're going to think of hips here, so a pelvic floor and low back. Releases that whole sacral area. So the foot in the front needs to stay flat. We're going to come forward and back. Keep your hands on the floor, first of all. If your back knee, your left knee is feeling too knobbly in the floor, then you need to put your towel underneath it. So we're just rocking forward and back here. And then we're going to make these bigger. So walk your hands all the way back so the front leg goes straight and the foot comes off and the toes are coming towards you. And then walk, walk, walk forward so your foot goes flat and walk your hands as far forward as you can. And then walk back so your right leg straightens. And then walk forward and feel that stretch in the groin area. Let's do that 2 more times. So just check you're not holding your breath. You want to just be breathing in through your nose and long breaths out through your mouth. Let's change legs. So left foot forward, take it out to the left, see if you can inch it a little bit further forward, and then let's rock forward and back. So this really opens the hips and it releases the tightness in the low back in the right down where your low back meets your pelvis. Okay, let's walk our hands back so you straighten your front leg, toes curling towards you. Walk forward, walk forward, walk forward as far as you can. Keep that foot flat as you go forward, all the way back, straight leg. Try and keep your hands in front of you here and keep them walking in a straight line, forward and back. Okay, last one. Okay, let's bring that knee in and sit back round your spine. Okay, we're going to walk forward along the floor here so that we're lying flat down on the floor. So it's a bit like Superman, which is also called bird dog in all fours, but we're going to do it on the floor. So really thinking about what's happening in our low back as we do these. So arms are going to be wide, hands about shoulder width apart. Legs are going to be wide, so your legs are about shoulder width apart as well. Chin tucked in, and you're looking straight down at the floor. You can put the towel underneath your forehead if you'd rather. So stretch out. You imagine you're in traction. You're being pulled, some sort of torture thing, and relax your legs first of all. So we'll just vaguely relax them so that it's not too tense. And then we're going to push your elbows into the floor. And when you push your elbows into the floor and then start dragging them towards you, you'll feel your bottom rib go down and your rib cage along your back lift up towards the ceiling. So let's try that again. You're going to pull your elbows in towards you and down into the floor. This switches on your lats and connects them to your glutes across this aponeurosis in your low back so that you get a really good low back, all the muscles contract and work. So let's try that again. You're pulling in, you can feel your lats switch on, you feel your ribs lift up. When you've got that connection, float both legs off the floor, stretch them away and lift them. And then let's lower them down. Keep working through your elbows. Lift your legs off. And then slowly lower them down. Okay, one more. Pushing your elbows down into the floor and towards you. Lift your legs off. And lower them down. And then relax down. Okay, we're going to do that again. We're going to try to bring in arms. If you lose that scrunch of your lats down to your glutes and your ribs go down to the floor, then you've lost what you need to do the lift. So then just bring your arms down. So elbows push into the floor, pull your elbows towards you, feel your ribs lift up, stretch both legs out and lift them, keep that contraction through your back and lift your arms off. If you then goes and you feel your ribs push down into the floor and you can feel your low back move down and relax and it will hurt, then you go back to elbows. Okay, let's do 2 more of them. So you push your elbows in, get that full contraction, then lift your legs, then maybe lift your arms. Lower down, elbows push in, pull, legs stretch and lift, maybe arms. Okay, let's relax down. We're going to do that one more. We're going to do one more set of those. If you're not sure whether your back is doing what it should be doing, leave your arms on the floor. Okay, again, elbows squeeze down into the floor, squeeze towards you, legs stretch out. And lower. Breathe. Long exhale, legs stretch out. and lower. One more. Push your elbows down and in. Legs stretch out. And then lower down. Okay, good. So let's roll over onto our side. We're going to come up on an elbow. You need your hip stacked underneath you. So bring your bottom hip back so it's underneath your top hip. Stretch both legs out and have them slightly in front of you. So if you're thinking of an edge of a mat, your feet are not on the edge of the mat, they're forward of that, just a bit. Elbow underneath your shoulder, shoulder down away from your ears, from your ear, and back. Ribs are lifted away from the floor, ribs are tucked in. Hand on your top hip. We're going to lift and lower your top leg. If you see your leg do something dramatic, you need to lift your ribs up away from the floor so your leg can't do that dramatic lift. So if I drop down here, my leg can go up there. If I have my ribs lifted, my leg can only go there. That's what we want. So we want, what can that leg do without any bother of your spine? So all of this off, this is just, you haven't got all the muscle patterns switched on. So might look good, but there's no good. Okay, let's hold the leg up. We're going to point it and bring it forward and then flex it and bring it back. So we're going to do that faster. The kicks, forward and back. Push into the leg on the floor. Keep your ribs lifted. Keep breathing. Just go the speed that you can manage to change from a point to a flex. If you find it's just too wobbly and you can't get any movement, and you bend your bottom shin back. So you just give yourself a wider base. Okay, let's bring this leg out so it's in line with your body. Stretch it out still. In fact, let's put them back on top of each other, not stretch it out still. And let's lift up into a side plank. So here is when you might want to bring your hips down and bend your bottom leg back. So your knee doesn't move forward, just your bottom heel foot back goes back behind you, and you can come up into a side plank like that. So you can be in full or you can be in half. Top leg is going to lift and lower. Your lift depends on you keeping your ribs up, keeping your ribs tucked in, and keeping this bottom shoulder feeling okay. So I'm going to do half. So we're lifting up and down. Bottom shoulder is right away from your ear. Okay, let's hold that top leg up, stretch it away. Take your top arm up to the ceiling, and we're going to thread your top hand in behind your bottom arm. So we're twisting. Keep that leg shooting away from you. You can always put the toe on the floor if you can feel it moving. Take your arm up, breathe in, breathe out, thread. Really go far with the thread. So rather than turning to face the floor, we're going beyond that. You want to think of your whole spine spiraling. 2 more of these. And lower. And thread. Okay, let's come back up. Lower your hips down. Back to the leg lifts here. We're going to do that one more time. A bit shorter. So top leg's going to lift up, point forward, flex back. So we're kicking, straight leg kicks. Leave your leg in line with you, stretch it right out. Hips come up, lift and lower. Keep those ribs lifted and ribs down. Hold that top leg stretched right out, top arm up. Big breath, thread through. And lift up. And thread through. And lift up. 2 more. Last one. And then lower your hips down. Bend your knees right up in front of you and lie out over your bottom arm. If ever in side planks or any plank, you feel that it's hurting your shoulders, then you need to stop. So it just means that your spine, your upper spine has stopped supporting your rib cage or your whole shoulder socket, and it's all disappearing. There's loads of small muscles there. You don't really want to strain them. So for this next one, you can have the towel underneath your head. We're going to have your knees up in front of you and your arms in front of you with your hands on top of each other. This is another low back exercise. So shoulders come down away from your ears. The bottom shoulder's a bit stuck there, so it's trying to come away from your ears. Chin is tucked in, so you want as much as possible to have your spine in line here. You're going to connect your bottom arm to the floor and your bottom leg to the floor. We're going to lift the top arm and leg up. So just imagine you're a book here. So your arm and leg are still on the same cover of the book. We're going to take your arm and leg even higher. Don't let the other knee or arm come off the floor. You're going to keep going and take your arm and leg as far as they can go. So you're opening your book as much as you can, and you go to maximum. Your arm will probably go further than your leg. Don't let anything come off on this side, on the floor side. So it's about that connection to the floor rather than about how far the other lot go. Okay, take a breath there, breathe out, and close the book slowly. Breathe in, breathe out, open. Don't let the leg on the leg floor even get light. Breathe out to close. And again, breathing out to open. Breathe out to close. Okay, we're going to do 2 more. And you'll feel what part of your back is less connected in here. So if you can feel this in your either side of your low back, you might feel it there. You might feel it deep in your waist. You might feel it in your inner thighs. So that's not even part of your back. Realize that. Okay, so this is the last one. We're opening. And then we're going to close. Okay, and then you can let your bottom arm and leg come off, and we're going to roll over onto your back. Your back sides the sides of your back might feel different here, your back sides. Okay, arms up in the air, knees up in the air, feet same height as your knees. Try and get a right angle at your hips and a right angle at your knees. If this is too much, then you're going to put 1 foot down on the floor and only move the side that's up. Otherwise, we've got both up. You want your chin tucked in. You want your chest really wide. You want your bottom rib down, and you're looking straight up to the ceiling, eyes open. You're breathing in through your nose. You're taking long breaths out through your mouth. Keep all of that going. Knees are hip width apart, hands are shoulder width apart. We're going to let one arm and leg move downwards towards the floor and then pick them up. So now we've got the other side not moving, but it's not connected to anything. So it's like your book is opening. You won't get much of an open at all. And then you bring them in. Really important you keep your breath going here, and you want your breath to be the breath that expands your rib cage, so then makes your belly and sides expand. And then long exhale that evacuates from that same area. So you want to feel that you're breathing out from your pelvis. So you think of this, your breath going in through your nose, down through your rib cage, filling your lower abdomen. And then all of that comes out, lower abdomen all the way out through your nose. Okay, if you're doing one side, then you need to swap to the other. Put the other arm and leg up And we're going to open the other cover of the book and bring them in. Keep checking, shoulders down, chin tucked in, ribs down, eyes soft, tongue soft as well. Your tongue should be on the roof of your mouth, just behind your teeth. Your jaw slightly apart. All of these things matter. And it seems very fussy. You breathe well, you've got 90% of your body mechanics sorted. Okay, let's do a few more. Keep going that side. Okay, let's do 2 more. Feels about right. Okay, let's bring that arm and leg in, put your knees together and take your arms out wide, feet together as well. We're going to roll your knees from side to side, keeping your shoulders attached to the floor, keeping the length of each arm attached to the floor. Feet can be on the floor for this. As you roll to one side, one foot picks up. Rolls to the other side, the opposite foot picks up. Both legs in the air. Try and keep your knees together. So when you go over to one side, try not to slip your knees apart. Try and keep them together so that when you go over, you're actually taking your pelvis with you. If your knees slip, then it's just a leg movement and not a pelvis movement. So you want to just think of your ribs centered down here and your pelvis rotating. Okay, next time your knees are in the center, feet come down. Let's take the towel out from behind your head. Let's roll it up into a tight roll. We're going to put that underneath our pelvis. This could also be a half roller. How high your hips are doesn't really matter. They can be really high. It can also be a yoga block, thinking about it. You just want to have nothing underneath your low back, so your low back can drop down. So it is quite good to go high. You can even do it on a full roller. It's quite high though, that. Okay, bottom rib is down, chin tucked in. Let's bring one knee into your chest and stretch the other heel out along the floor. Let's just stretch. We're trying to get a big difference here between our thighs. You'll feel your low back pushing down towards the floor here. That's a good feeling, especially if you have low back issues. This is a very good stretch. There's a low back muscle that attaches to your femur here, your psoas. So it supports the spine while the hip is extending. This is a very good stretch for that. Okay, we're going to change legs. Heel on the floor slides away, other knee pulled in towards your chest. Okay, both legs up into a tabletop position now. Arms are going to go up to the ceiling, or you can cross them across your chest, or if you need your arms on the floor, put your elbows down on the floor. But we're going to get them out of the way so you can try and balance without them. So you can feel there's a little bit of a wobble here, and that's all work through your middle. Try and have your knees over your pelvis. You might need to adjust where the towel is when your low back releases. Okay, we're going to keep our knees together and open and close our lower leg. So splaying your lower leg. So my knees are together, my feet are going apart. So my thighs are rolling in and then coming back to being straight. Let's keep that going. Okay, now as you open your feet, knees still together, tip your heels down towards the floor. Bring your knees in, heels come together. Knees go away, feet splay. In, breathe out, out. Keep your low back feeling like it's dropping down towards the floor. So if you get a lift, you've gone too far. So this is a good one for the sacrum as well. People with or SI joint issues. Only goes to where it works for you. Okay, we're going to change this up after this one. Okay, now we're going to go the other rotation. So our knees are going to widen, feet dip down. In, knees come together. So watch out, you might not go as far this way, you might go further, just watch out, keep a watch on your low back. Still dropping down. Okay, let's do 2 more. Okay, and then let's bring your knees in, and let's put one foot down and then the other, come off the towel, settle your back down onto the floor and keep the towel in a roll or fold it up and put the towel between your left thigh and your chest and hold on to your left leg so you're pulling in and squashing that towel. Bring your right heel in so the right heel is underneath the knee and right in line with your right hip. Tuck your chin in, push into your right foot, lift your pelvis off the floor and keep squashing the towel. That right foot should have a nice connection to the floor. So the toes aren't lifted, the toes are down, spread out and not gripping. Okay, let's lower your hips slightly, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift. We're doing little pulses here, letting your right foot get a little bit lighter in the floor and then pushing it down so that your pelvis lifts up. The most important thing here is that you're staying in line. So don't worry about how much lift you get. Okay, let's hold this next lift. So right foot going through the floor. And let's just do little sways left to right. There might be minuscule sways left to right. Keep that right foot working through the floor, nice and flat. Good, you should feel this in your left buttock, no, not left buttock, right buttock, right hip, right hamstring. Okay, hips down, let's swap legs. So holding on, gripping the towel with your right thigh, left heel, in line with your left hip, and out, and right underneath the knee. Lift, pushing that foot through the floor, squeezing the towel. Chin tucks in, might need to retuck. Let's lower and lift, lower and lift. So if you've checked on your foot and you can feel that your toes are all lifted, then you just think about that. Just keep thinking about that foot staying spread out on the floor. If you can feel that you're favoring the inside or outside of the foot, then you concentrate on that. If you can feel that you're trying not to squash the towel, then you concentrate on that. Just look at where the biggest things are going wrong and just have a go with that. It's going to be different on each leg, what goes wrong, probably. Okay, let's do one more. Lift, hold it here, sway. Keep squashing the towel. Whew. Tough work, this one for me. Okay, hips come down. Let's put the towel to one side. We're going to do leg scissors. We're going to work up to them. So just stay where you're thinking that that's good for you. Okay, so what works for you? Let's bring one knee into your chest, hold on behind the thigh, curl right up, and then push that heel up towards the ceiling. Stretch the other leg out along the floor. Good, then bend both knees, swap, hold on to the back of the other thigh, heel on the floor, heel up to the ceiling, split your legs apart, keep really lifted here, you're pulling up towards this leg. Curl, change. Big breath, breathe out, curl, change. So if it gets too much for your neck, you can bring your head down on the floor, go a bit slower so you can watch what's happening because you won't get as much range between your legs. If you can manage even more, then you've got a straight leg up towards the ceiling, straight leg on the floor. You hold behind the calf, you pull in, you swap, 2 straight legs, pull in, breathe out, swap. Heel goes to the floor, the leg goes up to the ceiling. Let's do this with flexed feet. Keep your chest really lifted. Okay, 1 more each side. So 2 if you're doing the straight legs because they're quicker. Last one, bring your knees into your chest, chin tucks in, and just have a little roll from side to side here. Okay, we're going to hold on behind your right thigh. We're going to start rolling tailbone to shoulders and then sit up. So when you're holding behind your right thigh, you'll end up sitting like this, left knee out to the side. Roll, left leg. We sit up, right knee out to the side. Roll, holding onto the right leg. Hope I'm explaining this. I seem to be just rolling, not really explaining. So as you come up, you hold behind one thigh and the other leg comes out to the side. You come up to this sort of side sitting position. If you have osteoporosis, you are not doing this. So, or if you have, if you've got any other joint issue, don't do this. Just come and sit up. So you're levering yourself up with one leg. And then you can do these without your hands. So you bring your hands into your chest and you come up, one knee up to the ceiling, the other one out to the side. Okay, we'll just do a couple more on each side. You might not be doing this. Oh no, I see some rolling. Good, good. Okay, we're going to stay up. So you come up to this position or this position. Hands behind you on the floor, legs apart, shoulders down. Let's take your knees one way and then the other way. Low back dropping towards the floor here. It's good my knees are yellow so you can see them swooshing to one side. Okay, now we're going to come up to side sitting. So you bring your knees to one side, you come up to side sitting, reach forward, come up to side kneeling. Sit down, hands behind, knees go to the other side, come up. If the coming up doesn't work, you can push off the floor. You can always miss that bit out. Give it a go though. Get to the right old tangle here with this wire. I do actually have a not wire option, which I don't know why I don't use. So let's breathe out to move. So you breathe in, breathe out. It's a good habit to get into. Whoop. Okay, we'll do one more on each side. Okay, we're going to stay into side sitting with our bottom on the floor. So you're staying over into a swirl. We're going to take your hand out to the side of your front knee, bring your elbow down to the side and take your top arm over. So it's a mermaid stretch. Just reach that top arm out, over, Really stretch away, knee on the floor. And then come up, hands behind you, flip your knees to the other side. Same thing. Side bend. Okay. And then we're going to go into our other side lying position. Out of the way. So we are, oh no, up on an elbow, not lying like that. Elbow underneath your shoulder, legs out straight, slightly in front of you, hand on your top hip. Bring your top hip back. Draw your shoulders down away from your ears, lift your ribs away from the floor, tuck your top bottom rib in, lift and lower your top leg. So if it looks like it's doing very well, lift your ribs up so it stays short. So you're waking up that side. This is the IT band, connects to your glute muscles, your lateral hip muscles. Okay, let's do the kicks. So top leg up. We're going to point forward, flex back. Remember, you can always bend your bottom knee if you're finding that just holding yourself up is all you're doing, holding yourself in this position. So keep that leg really rigid. Keep your hips, your ribs up. So point forward, flex back. If you can coordinate it, just means you get movement in the back of your heel, back of your calf. Okay, last one. Legs on top of each other, or the bottom leg is folded underneath you. We're lifting up into a side plank. Lift and lower that top leg. You can reach up to the ceiling if it helps you keep lifted here. Ribs up, ribs tucked in. So up away from the floor and tucked in. Keep that bottom shoulder in position. If it bothers you, you need to bring you can even do the threading with your hips on the floor. Okay, let's do the threading. So stretch this top leg out, toe on the floor or lifted. Big breath, take the top arm and reach it behind your bottom arm right through. Try and corkscrew. Lift up and through. And up, 2 more. Last one. Okay, come on up, hips come down, back to the leg lifts. So keep lifted. We want all muscles in our upper body to be switched on as we do this. You want your back to be involved. A few kicks. Quicker lot, the second lot. One more. Side plank. Leg lifts. And 4 threads. Big breath in. Breathe out. And again. Two more. Okay, and then we're going to lower our hips to the floor. Bend your knees right in. We're going to knead your towel underneath your head. Most people do anyway. You can try without, but better with. Have with, not without. Arms in front of you. knees in front of you. So turn into a book. You're reaching your bottom arm along the floor, and you're then connecting your bottom leg to the floor and your bottom arm to the floor. Top leg lifts, bottom leg lifts. Keep them going. Go as far as you can without thinking, without just taking any of the connection off of your bottom arm and leg. And then we're going to close them. Breathe out, lift. Okay, let's do 3 more. So it's these sorts of ones that I feel are just, better than planking, better than sit-ups for core strength. It's coordinating all the muscles that all make up core strength. And often we just kind of just do rectus abdominis, which is not even a core muscle. Last one. Okay, lovely. We're going to go onto our front now, into all fours, toes flat on the floor, so feet flat. Sit your hips back and reach your arms forward. Really reach your fingertips away, and then come forward and go onto your fingertips. So your hands are like cages on the floor. You're trying to trap something underneath. Fingertips on the floor, palms lifted right up. So trying to get as much of a larger cage as you can. Walk your knees back and then slide your bottom back behind you, dropping your head through your arms. Keep pushing your hips back while keeping big cages in your hands. Okay, let's come forward. Take the cages just slightly over to the right or left. Sit your hips back. Come on up. Hands go the other way. Fingertips on the floor. Hands lifted up. Okay, and then let's come up. Bring your hands in front of you. Let's walk your hands back towards your feet, towards your knees. Lift your knees off. Hands on your hips. Let's go up to standing. Good, so we're going to come up and put your feet hip width, pointing forward. Give your shoulders a roll and drop them down. Center your feet on the floor. So spread your toes out, make good footprints on the floor. Toes all connected to the floor, but not squishing in. And then let's drop your ribs down. Take your arms forward and drop your arms back. Take them forward, drop, forward, drop. Okay, now let's do our arms going back, drop them forward. Good. This one should feel less alien than the other ones, but this is what we should do as we walk. Drive our arms back and let them drop forward. So we'll do a few more of these. As we walk, I mean. Okay, good. Okay, arms up in the air. Take a big breath in, come onto your toes, take a big stretch up, and then let's let that breath out, and then roll up, And reach up, big breath, big stretch, and then let that out. Okay, well done. So we're going to do a bit of crawling and things, but we will do that on Tuesday. Good core exercise as well.